In this video, you will learn how to identify the key features of a quadratic function. Any non-linear function that can be written in the form of f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c is called a quadratic function. For example, f of x equals 2x squared plus 9x minus 6. 2 represents your A, 9 is your B, and negative 6 is your C. X is your unknown. A, B, and C are real number coefficients, but A cannot be equal to 0. Let's see what happens when we make A 0. 0x squared is 0 plus 9x minus 6. That simplifies to f of x equals 9x minus 6, which of course is a linear function and no longer a quadratic because your second power is gone. F of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c is known as the standard form of the quadratic function. All quadratic functions have a U-shaped graph called a parabola. This one opens up and this one opens down. If A is positive, the graph will open up. So here A is 2, and you can see your graph opening up. If A is negative, the graph will open down. So here you can see that A is negative 4, and your graph opens down. The lowest or highest point on the parabola is called the vertex. When the graph opens up, you will have a lowest point, and when the graph opens down, you will have your at the highest point here at the vertex. The minimum when the graph opens up, maximum when the graph opens down, occurs at the vertex. The vertical line that passes through the vertex is called the axis of symmetry. So here you can see your axis of symmetry running through the vertex. And in this case, the equation of the axis of symmetry is x equals 0, meaning that the axis of symmetry passes through the x-axis at 0. The axis of symmetry, as the name suggests, also divides a parabola into two congruent parts, creating mirror images. So this side will look exactly the same as this side. Remember, in a quadratic function, the x-intercepts are the points where the parabola crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is the point where the parabola crosses the y-axis. So if this is your graph, this is your x-axis, this is your y, here is your parabola. This would be one x-intercept, here's another one, and this would be your y-intercept. So let us bring this all together. Let's start with your minimum point, your minimum value. This is your vertex. And since your graph is opening up, you will have a minimum. The line that passes through your vertex is called your axis of symmetry. Where your graph crosses the y-axis, you have your y-intercept. And where your graph crosses your x-axis, you have your x-intercept. Now let's see what happens when the graph opens down. The only difference is that you're going to have a maximum at your vertex. So here's your vertex, and you have your maximum point. The line crosses the y-axis at this point, so here's your y-intercept. Here is one x-intercept, where your graph crosses the x-axis, and here is your other x-intercept. And then, of course, this is your axis of symmetry that passes through your vertex. Thank you for watching.